Okay, in this next section we're going to be looking at the second position of E natural minor. Now in the first DVD we looked at the first position, we're just now moving up to the second position, and here's the scale shape we're going to be looking at. Okay, so we're starting off on the 14th fret on the low E string, and for now we're just going to use all alternate picking, so starting with the downstroke. We're going to have 14, 15, 17 on the low E. Then moving to the A string, should be on an upstroke, we've got 14, 15, 17. Then on the D string we've got 14, 16, 17. Then on the G string we've got 14, 16, 17. Then on the B string we've got 15, 17, 19. And the same on the high E string. Okay, so we've got this. And coming back down, we're just playing the same notes but in reverse. So we've got 19, 17, 15 on the high E string, 19, 17, 15 on the B, 17, 16, 14 on the G, 17, 16, 14 on the D, then we've got 17, 15, 14 on the A, and then 17, 15, 14 on the low E. So at a slow tempo again, both going up and down, here it is. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just play that scale shape over the backing track, just so you can hear a musical example of how it sounds. Here it is. Okay, the next thing that I want to focus on with this scale pattern is a couple of sequences to add a bit more musicality to the scale. Now, we're going to be using alternate picking with the right hand, starting with the downstroke. Here's the first ascending pattern. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to break it down into the pattern that we're going to be using throughout the whole of this scale. Now we're going to start on the 14th fret on the low E string and go 14, 15, 17. Then we've got 14 on the A, then 17, 15, 14, 15, 17 on the low E, then 14, 15, 17 on the A. Okay, so we're going up 4, down 4 and then up 6. Okay, so that's going to be the pattern that we're going to be using. Then we're going to start that from the A string this time, and we're going to have this. So far, we should have this put together. Okay, then we've got 14, 16, 17 on the D, 14 on the G, back down, and then up, we're going to include frets 16 and 17 on the G. So far we've got this. Okay, then we're going to have 14, 16, 17 on the G. Then we've got 15 on the B string. Then 17, 16, 14, 16, 17 on the G. Then 15, 17, 19 on the B string. Then we've got 15 on the B, 17, 19 on the B, 15 on the high E, 19, 17, 15, 17, 19 on the B, then 15, 17, 19, 15, 17 on the high E. Then to finish off, we've got 19 to 17 on the B string. Okay, so at a slow tempo, this is what it should sound like so far. Okay, now for the second sequence using this scale. Okay, so we're starting this on the 15th fret on the B string, starting with the downstroke, and then we've got 19, 17, 15 on the high E string. Then 19, 17, 15 twice on the B string. Then we've got 17, 16 on the G. So we've got this. Okay, then we've got the 14th fret on the G string. Then 19, 17, 15 on the B. Then we've got 17, 16, 14 twice on the G string. Then we've got 17, 16 on the D. So we've got... Then we've got 14 on the D, 17, 16, 15 on the G, 17, 16, 15 on the D twice. Then we've got 17, 15 on the A string. Then we've got 14 on the A string, 17, 16, 14 on the D. Then we've got 17, 15, 14 twice on the A string. Then we've got 17, 15 on the low E. Okay, so far we've got this. Okay, then we're going to have 14 on the low E, 17, 15, 14 on the A. Then we've got 17, 15, 14 on the low E. Then back up, so 15, 17 on the low E. Then 14, 15, 17 on the A. Then we've got 14, 16, 17 on the D. Then 14, 16 on the G. So that whole sequence slow should sound like this. Okay, so at a slow tempo, both sequences together should sound like this. Okay, now I'm going to play both those sequences over the backing track just so you can see how they sound. Okay, as you can see, playing over the backing track, those two sequences work really well together. Now, when you think about the simple scale shape that we looked at, then applying sequences makes it a lot more musical and a lot more usable when playing over backing tracks. So it's a really good thing to practice.